I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube on people talking about how to glow up in 2024, and although those videos are very helpful, I feel like we all need a little reminder slash refresher on what not to do when we're going into this new year. The shit you let slide in 2023, we're not about to do in 2024. So grab your notebooks, your pens, and let's start this lesson. First thing that we're not going to do in 2024 is we're not about to stay in relationships that no longer serve us. Yes, I'm talking about your funky ass ex that never acts right, and that one friendship that you always show up for when needed, but coincidentally, when you need them, they're never around. If you desire a fulfilling relationship in 2024, you can't keep giving energy to dead relationships. Your ex that couldn't treat you right when y'all were together isn't going to magically turn into the person you want them to be. In fact, they're probably gonna still be the same shitty ass person because you keep giving them access to you. You've taught them that regardless of how terrible they treat you, you'll still take them back. And the same goes for your shitty ass friend. In all honesty, they probably just have you around for the convenience and to validate them when needed. I mean, what have they done for you? How many times have they flaked on you? How many times have they disappointed you? And I know it's weirdly comforting to keep these people around in our lives because they're all we know, right? It's scary to think of a life without these people, but I think it's even scarier to think of a lifetime living in misery with these people. It will hurt like hell to let these people go once you do it, but I promise you, as time goes on, it will get easier and you will not regret it. Second thing that you shouldn't do in 2024 is limit ourselves. 2024 is the year of expansion and receiving abundance, but how the hell can you do that when you don't even believe in yourself? All it takes to achieve your goal is to believe, the action behind it, and to have patience. And it's really important not to leave any of these things out. If you're doing the action but you're not believing, it simply won't come. If you're believing and there's no action behind it, baby, you're just wishful thinking. I mean, you might as well be daydreaming at this point. And if you're believing and you're doing the action behind it but there's no patience with it, you most likely will stop before you're even able to receive it. Sometimes when I'm personally in a rut mentally, I tend to forget of all the wonderful things that I have done for myself. It's like I truly forget how much power I actually have in my own life. I create my own fate, and so do you. For 2024, you should really look into creating a vision board for yourself. Set it as a wallpaper in your room, on your laptop, computer screen, as a lock screen on your phone. Really, anywhere where you're viewing this vision board consistently as a reminder to what you need to be working on, what you're working towards. I created one for 2023, and I promise you, I completed damn near everything on that vision board except my passport, but it wasn't my fault because fuck the fucking agency, because they're holding that shit hostage. I swear to God, they do not want me to leave the country. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to them people. But other than that, I literally completed every single thing that I posted on my vision board. It is the holy grail to achieving your goals and staying consistent and being disciplined. I'll try to link a template below if you do want to try and make one. If I don't, just hit me up on one of my social medias and I will send one to you. Number 3, and the last important thing that we are not doing 2024 is we are not people pleasing. It really doesn't benefit you at all. It's just another way to create a miserable life for yourself. I struggled with people pleasing for like 20 years of my life, and it wasn't until the past 2 years where I've actually stayed true to my own boundaries. People pleasing can actually stem from a lot of things. One common thing that I know people pleasing stems from is when you're growing up as a child and you're not really given a lot of autonomy, or you're placed with very high expectations that you're expected to live up to. Having to follow strict rules growing up is also another common way to become a people pleaser. It's just really hard to shake that feeling of feeling like you need to live up to others people's expectations. You just go through life essentially living for others, and you just start to feel like a shell of a human being. You lose your sense of self. Like, who even are you? That's why in 2024, it's important to start saying no to people. My old therapist once told me that I needed to create a little simple mantra in order to kind of help with my anxiety when it came to doing things that I didn't really want to do, but I felt obligated that I needed to do them. And the mantra that I came up with is, I don't have to do anything I don't feel comfortable with. And let me tell you, I took that shit and I've lived by it ever since. And I know that it may seem like a really silly thing, but the concept of saying no to someone that you care about or admire is a really hard thing for those that did not grow up learning about healthy boundaries, or who were probably never even allowed to have them in the first place. So just start saying no and set yourself free. And if anyone has a problem with you saying no, tell them to kiss your fat ass and refer back to step one, which is don't stay in relationships that no longer serve you, because this person is out to get you. They don't love you if they won't let you say no. Those are my basic 3 reminders that I think that we need to live by in 2024 in order to have the most successful 2024 year, the most abundance, the most expansion, the most fulfilling year yet. That's about it. That's kind of all I have to say. Live by these 3 laws, and I promise you, your 2024 will be tremendously better than your 2023. If you have any other things that we do need to be reminded of not doing in 2024, feel free to leave them down below.